Welcome back to Mackie Tech, everyone, and I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired of paying Google to host my photo collection, and of course there's always the privacy side that bothers me. And yes, I know every Google account includes 15 gigabytes of free storage, but that doesn't go very far once you start uploading a large photo library, or if you have a lot of high quality videos that you want to back up. So today we're going to walk through how to install and configure an open source alternative called Immich on a Ugreen NAS, allowing you to host and manage your own photo collection. And for this, we're going to be using my DXP 6800 Pro, but you can run Immich on pretty much any Ugreen NAS if you already have one. Now, I know a lot of you are going to want to know how to access your Immich library remotely, and using Tailscale is actually a very secure option to access Immich from anywhere. That way you don't have to open up a lot of ports on your router. But I wasn't sure if you all would want a Tailscale install in this video, so I ran another community poll, and most of you would prefer Tailscale to be in its own video, so that's what we're going to be covering next week. So let's get started and jump into how to install Immich. So first we want to make sure we've installed the Ugreen's Docker app, which is done via the App Store. After you have Docker installed, we're going to create a few folders for Immich's installation. So under the file manager on your Ugreen, we'll head over to the Docker folder and create an Immich folder. Then within the Immich folder, we're going to create the following 3 folders. The first folder is the library folder, and this is what's going to be used to store all of our photos, our videos, our thumbnails, basically all of our media. The second is Postgres, which is our database for storing the details about our photos and our albums and dates and locations. The third and last folder is model cache, and that's going to be for our machine learning modules that we'll use for text and facial recognition. And don't worry, I'll leave all of this in the video description so you don't have to memorize it all. So next we'll go to the Docker app, and then we'll head into project. This works really well for Immich because it uses a number of different containers that all need to work together. As an example, the Postgres SQL database and the machine learning that we were just looking at. So using projects allows us to manage it all under one app. So to get started, we'll select create and then give our project a name like Immich, and then we'll select the Immich folder location we just created. And then under compose configuration is where we're going to be putting our YAML file. So to get the YAML file in here, we're going to click on the right side where it says import, and then select our computer, and then select the immich.yaml file. And I'm not going to go through this whole thing because it'll take forever, but I'll leave a link in the description so you can download the YAML file that we're using here. And I'll also provide some supporting details about the YAML if you're curious. The few areas I do want to point out is first the machine learning portion. Now, Immich does offer an image of machine learning called OpenVINO, which is for Intel-based Ugreens, which can speed up some of the initial machine learning processing, but I'm going to be using the standard version because it works across Intel, AMD, and ARM-based Ugreen NASs, but I will leave a link in the description if you want to peruse other images for machine learning. The next thing you'll notice in the YAML is there's going to be this change your password, which appears in 2 different locations within the YAML. First is under the Immich server location, and then further down under the Immich database location. Just make sure you replace both of these with your own password and make sure it is the same password. The last thing to note is the port number on your NAS that you will be using. Normally it defaults to 2283, but just note it for yourself if you need to change it. So now that we have all that under wraps, we'll click on deploy and let it run. And once Immich is finished installing, we'll open a browser and enter the IP address of our NAS, followed by port number 2283. And here we are at the Immich login screen. Now, the first account you create becomes the admin account, so enter your name, email address, and a secure password. Now that you're signed in, let's go ahead and take a peek at a few important settings. First, click your profile icon in the upper right-hand corner and open the administrative section. This is where you can manage additional users, check storage information, and adjust machine learning settings. You probably won't need to change this right away, but it's good to know where it is if you need to do any troubleshooting or if you want to add more users in the future. Now let's go ahead and connect our mobile phone. First, you'll want to grab the Immich app for your mobile platform, be it iOS Store or the Google Play Store. Then when you open it for the first time, it'll ask you for your server address, which will be our NAS IP address, followed by 2283. Next, click on the cloud icon in the upper right-hand corner of the app, and now you can choose which albums from your phone should be included, which in my case will be this Immich demo album I have. Once backup is enabled, Immich will begin uploading the selected photos and videos to your NAS. Next, let's jump back into our Immich web app, and we can see that our Immich demo album is being uploaded. So the phone is uploading directly to Immich, and the photos are being stored on our NAS rather than relying on a third-party cloud service. You can also open and peruse the folder on your NAS that we assigned as the Immich upload location. I would just be mindful to make sure that you use the Immich app itself to manage your photos versus kind of moving them or messing around with them in the folders. Because Immich uses the Postgres database to keep track of all the photos, the albums, the thumbnails. So messing with the files here might gum up the works. And yes, that's my dog whining. So Immich is installed and our phone's mobile app is automatically backing up photos to our NAS. The payoff, as we mentioned, is that you don't have to rely on cloud services anymore and you have a private photo library running on your own hardware. Now, this isn't supposed to be a full Immich tutorial, but I wanted to give you enough of a starting point to be dangerous. If you want more details for sharing albums, setting up facial recognition or OCR for text recognition, or whatever else, I'll leave a couple links in the video description so you can do some research on those types of things. So that is going to wrap up this video. Next time we'll be walking through how to set up Tailscale on the Ugreen NAS so you can safely access your Immich library remotely. If you found this video helpful, please give us a like and make sure that you are subscribed to Mackie Tech. If you want to support me, consider joining our Tech Fans channel membership for exclusive monthly videos. Or you can also check out my Patreon for more in-depth tutorials, download guides, and behind-the-scenes content. A special shout out to all of my Patreon supporters. You know exactly who you are. And thank you all for watching. We'll be talking to you again very soon.